This is obviously going to be a very different video. I'm on my survival world here. I am finally moving my sugarcane farm because I've been wanting to do that, and then building a seaweed farm. Nettey, insert this at the beginning. I got a concussion end of December. I was a silly goofer. Fell and hit my head on a wall. Hurt my neck. And yeah, I had a concussion. I think it was like my last 3 days of actually recording and editing that, like, of the shorts that I had my concussion. I almost canceled the series, but I didn't. And yeah. But obviously I'm better now. That's why I postpone the long video of 12 days. I'm gonna kind of copy my buddy Airfare in here. But I was like, that's a good idea because I'm terrible with goals. Generally speaking, I say I don't set goals. That really isn't true. I just tend to fall short of them a lot. So I just pretend I never really had any goals in the first place. And I mean, I think that's been a good thing for me, trying to just be more chill in some ways. But if I want to be more serious about this YouTube thing, which, I mean, I do, theoretically, it'd be great to start making a lot of, start getting more viewers and maybe stream some and not necessarily have to work my retail job all that often. But it is what it is. And, like, I'm saying that like I hate my job. That's not true. All things considered, I do like my job, but retail is retail. It's stressful. I didn't exactly decide on, I just wrote them down. I'm kind of like, wish I ranked them on how important they were to me. But we'll stick with number 1 here. Nettey needs to release one video a month. Even if my life gets crazy hectic, I can still do one video a month. That isn't hard. And kind of a sub-goal of that, which wouldn't be too hard, is me trying to also do like one short a month, but I can make shorts easily from a video. So, they kind of combine in a way. It's like, if you look at my total number of videos I did over the last year, I have more than 12 videos, so total number, yes, I did more than one video a month, but that comes with the caveat of, I know I dropped off the face of the planet a couple times when I was doing videos. I'm gonna get my YouTube up here real quick. Let me go look at my channel. Let me actually look at this. I haven't really looked at the analytics of the full video of 12 Days of Christmas. That does not surprise me. 5 views with less than a minute watch time. Yeah, I'm not surprised. First video last year was actually Magical Nettey. It was Dark Souls, but it's like, okay, I have 2 videos in January. I have a video in February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in March. Skip to April, there's 2 videos, 1 video in May. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos in May. Oh, good job, Nettey. Then we jump from May to June. Oh, wait, no. June 6. We'll call long form videos. 2 months where I did did not get long form videos out. That's a lot better than I realized, given how often I just was in a I don't want to edit videos mood. 1 video a month, that's number 1. You know what, I'm gonna make that one number 3. Let's make number 2 get more organized when it comes to YouTube and life. Because the big one I'm thinking about is like, man, I remember when I've done some collabs with Sky. They've always been like last minute. So maybe me and, try to be more coordinated there. But that might not be so hard. And yeah, okay. The one I'm gonna make number 3 then. Dang, maybe it should have been number 2 still. I need to stop overthinking my crazy ideas. Because my brain went, not. Well, actually, that one. Focusing on Minecraft, 12 days, I went, this is a crazy idea. Actually, the first one I did that with would have been Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving episode. And I was like, and then, 12 days. And then it was like, ignoring the actual video for 12 days. Both did very good. Both went over very well. Even though, like, normally it'd be something I would overthink to the point of, no, I'm not going to release it. But that's just kind of dumb. I'm glad I did not let myself be intimidated by how crazy the idea was there. And then the other one I kind of remembered was like, oh, that was a crazy idea, was Drunk Souls. Me just I've told this story to Airfarin at least, and maybe a few other friends, but if you've watched Magical Nettey and watched the one where it should be the first Drunk Souls episode, I was just like, nah, it's gonna be, I do silly intros for my Dark Souls series, I remember that day when I got off of work, I was planning on recording. I was like, you want to know what would be funny? Dancing around with a bottle of Fireball. So I went and bought a bottle of Fireball. To be completely honest, I was not planning on drinking it. And then I'm there in the middle of dancing and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna drink it. This is a stupid idea. But most viewed Dark Souls video there. Yeah. Dumb. Anyways. At this point, I think everybody's kind of Minecraft, and this, well, I guess that segues into what I'm going to make number 4 is, I guess my channel is kind of a Minecraft channel now. Little girl me going back to, I'll say I was probably like 10 whenever I first discovered Captain Sparkles. That would have been the goal. That would have been the dream. It's just kind of, after I got out of middle school, I just kind of fell out of it with Minecraft, and part of me still kind of, there's times where I'm still like, man, Minecraft, it's like, dang, I don't want it to be the only game I play. And it's like, yeah, I know I can do games in my free time. Don't necessarily need to do a video over it. But, okay, I guess Nettey Games is more of a Minecraft channel now? Or maybe, basically this goal, I'm going to read what I put it down as. Not letting Magical Nettey die, this was my Dark Souls series. That was the Dark Souls series. It's like, honestly, the big one that happened with Magical Nettey that made it quote-unquote die was I did something different with my setup for Blighttown, and I was gonna need to edit it differently, and it was just gonna be a lot of work, and I just kind of kept doing I don't want to do it. And then I think I eventually just went like, yeah, Magical Nettey's on hiatus because I just don't want to post it anymore. Or obviously I'm here, I'm like, and you know, the goals are called not letting the series die. But as I said, at this point, I feel like I'm a Minecraft channel. So what does that mean, I guess? Like, my two ideas there I've put is a second channel or live streams to finish Magical Nettey. Because I think part of the issue with the big one with the Blighttown was just I had been having a very hard time getting myself to go back and edit it. But honestly, I might just do it. I might just go ahead and edit that Blighttown episode. Okay, one of my favorite YouTubers, but like, he is the Russian Badger. You just kind of need to go watch one of his videos to get an idea. I would suggest his Fortnite video, honestly. I would say that's the one most open to new viewers, I would say. But pretty much it's just, and even I tried it with a few Minecraft episodes where it's like, it's always like story time with his episodes and just clips of his streams and stuff. And he has a motion capture suit in which he animates, and he's pretty much just storytelling shit poster is the best way for me to describe it. And it's kind of like, well, that's, I'm just started a very rough script for the Blighttown episode, and I'm like, editing it would become like a video like Badger's, and I'm like, you know, with how much I like his videos, I should just why don't I just try one like that? Oh yeah, anyways, we're making Magical Nettey not die a goal. We're bringing back Dark Souls somehow. It's like, I think Blighttown is gonna have to be a episode, as I kind of described, like a story time episode. But then, like, from there, maybe I just do some streams, or as I put, you know, if I did the second channel thing, what I'd probably do is re-upload the videos I have on this channel to the new channel and make it, I guess that won't be variety gaming content. You know, that's kind of part of the whole get organized thing. With what I was talking about there at the end, I'm going to segue into the next goal, which I don't even know what is at this point because I've been jumping around this list. And you guys are probably going to be like, what the heck do you mean here? I need to go back and actually watch my videos from the last year. Speaking of the Russian Badger, he normally does a best of 2020. I'm waiting for his best of 2025 right now. That's the video I'm waiting for. But, you know, he does a best of the previous year every January. I debated doing that. But then I was like, oh no, I have to go back and watch my videos. I am a firm believer in you to get better at something, you should be able to be critical of yourself. I'm my own worst critic. That's how to put what I'm trying to get to right now. And I'm sure you guys, I'm my biggest fan and also my worst enemy. Kind of goes with stop overthinking my crazy ideas as well, where it's kind of like the anxiety, depression, social anxiety stuff. Okay, here's the silly thing I do when it comes to watching my videos. Once they're public, I'll go on and play it in the background with it muted. And I don't actually watch my video. Like, yes, I'm normally one of my first views on a video. But am I actually watching it? 9 times out of 10, no. And I can say, I think the big ones for me is going back and watching my Minecraft series at this point to decide, I tried a whole bunch of different editing things there. I think I need to force myself to decide which one I like the most. And then from there, force myself to actually do it. Because I think I know which one I like the most right off the top of my head. But that involves me doing a lot of stuff in flashback, and then I get lazy and I don't want to do it. Yeah, I have a hard time rewatching my old stuff. Although, actually, anything I have public on the channel, I would say I have trouble watching. But unlisted, I actually have a whole bunch of older videos and some Twitch live streams I did back in college, and I've actually gone back and watched a couple of them, and I'm like, dang, I'm a silly goober, I'm actually entertained by myself, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I'm more nostalgic for the slightly older ones, whereas right now I'm a bit like, no, I don't, no, please, no. I need to get my together. That's the only way I can think about putting it. I am just kind of a mess in real life and in the YouTube space. But I mean, I'm trying. I think that's all anybody can really ask for, really, is that you try. Well, when I'm trying to, I'm also doing it my own way. I watched a few, creators, here's some tips videos? Yes. But one of the very early ones I watched was I feel like at the very beginning, his hook was like, hey, stop watching these types of videos. Because the only way the best way to create is to create, not spending time overthinking every detail. So it's you should just dive into it and give it a shot, is really what you should do. And so I was with that, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna care, I'm not necessarily in the Minecraft sphere right now. Because I'll be honest, I don't really watch that many Minecraft videos, just because Copper Sky told me to. I've been watching Mumbo on Hermitcraft, and I watched a bit of Pearl, I want to say. Is it? So whoever's being like, I'm a firefighter, I watched a bit of them. But I got told, like, I'd probably enjoyed what all the girls of the server are getting up to. But it's just... It's weird. It's not that... I'm like, I know I would like this if I just watch it, but I just can't get myself to watch it. Anyways, moving on from that. Basically, where I'm going with that is... I don't know what's popular. I don't know what the algorithm likes. I don't know. And I used ChatGPT to try and come up with some ideas. And just to kind of see what's popular. But then, like, honestly, I kind of, besides a few things here and there, I didn't do it. I'm a firm believer in AIs can be tools to help people, but I don't know how else to describe it besides, like, almost felt like cheating to me, even though I know tons of people use things like ChatGPT to help with tags and stuff like that. It's just a personal thing in this case. It's just a very personal thing that, you know, as long as it's being used as a tool, I don't care if people use it. But when it's ripping off, the big one I'm thinking about is AI art. I hate AI art. I can't admit, like, in its early days I messed around with it a bit because it was like, what do you mean I can just input a prompt and it creates it? And yeah, but it's ripping off so many real artists. Try your best to go find the real artists. But I also want to add in, like, an asterisk to that, and that's also learn the name of the real artist, or also learn the artists who AI is ripping off from. Because I remember watching a big old rant video a while back about I want to say it was a Lux skin for League of Legends, but whatever skin it was, they were accusing Riot of using AI art, and, like, this guy's, like, being, like, he went on a, like, actually, I think it was closer to 10 minutes rant of, here's how I can tell this is not AI art. You want to know what this tells you? This is the type of artist the AI is ripping off of. You know, when it comes to, you know, I don't disagree for getting people, like, trying to get after people for using AI for certain things. But also, don't try to look into it a little bit, which I know it's hard for the internet. That is an unrelated rant to Nettey's goals for YouTube. As I said, I just turned on my mic and just started recording here. You know, stream of consciousness, what comes to mind, which is how I get random rants all the time, like, you know, the horror rant in the full video of 12 days, there's a Marvel rant in one of the random Minecraft episodes, and it's been one of those things I've been thinking, I think I need to just, like, I almost got rid of that rant from the 12 days, but then by the point I was like, I'm gonna get rid of it, I had it uploaded to YouTube with all the chapters and everything ready, and I'm just like, it's staying at this point. I don't want to go back and redo a bunch of work. You know, going back to me doing things my own way, I'm also generally kind of leaning more towards, what do I like to watch? Which, in some ways, you know, okay, I talked about Russian Badger there. But I also tend to watch a lot of longer form videos where you get the stupid random rants out of nowhere about random topics unrelated to what you're working on. And, you know, like live streams, VODs. Yeah, That's the type of stuff I watch, so that's why I keep it in, because I enjoy it. But I also know most people don't enjoy it, but I also need to remember the internet does not have an attention span. That was a lesson I learned during 12 days. I think it's like day 11 I'm talking about, where like I got one comment and he was like, this video is like 10,000 years. And I didn't really let it affect me or my editing, because at that point I had settled on what 12 days was gonna be. Aaron, my good buddy, boosted me up a bit, being like, the internet doesn't understand, like, long form, short form content, which sounds so weird. It sounds contradictory, but that is what it is. It wasn't, it's like, okay, it was technically my video of day 11. The whole process of 12 days of Minecraft Christmas is something for me to reevaluate. Or, nah, okay, I'll just go ahead and say it. It's just like, I don't expect people to be watch this far into the video, because they never do. I never get past a minute. My watch time is always, like, only a minute something. And so I'm like, okay, that's part of my brain goes to, yeah, I need to do Badger's editing style, where it's just posting. Just gotta keep the Zoomers' attention somehow. So much visual stimuli that it's hard to not watch. God. Subway Surfers Family Guy TikTok. Wait, no. Yeah, Subway Surfers Fortnite Family Guy. I don't know. I feel like I've seen 4 screen TikToks before, and I'm like, what the Okay. I've been ranting for a while. Oh, I guess I technically even didn't say my last goal, which is play with friends more, which that one's already in the works. Anyways. So, quick overview of my goals. 1 video a month. Stop overthinking my crazy ideas. Get more organized when it comes to YouTube and life. Not watching Magical Nettey. Yeah, not watching. Rewatch my videos from the last year, and not letting Magical Nettey die. And I guess play with friends. But as I said, that one's in the works, so we're gonna, you're gonna be, I guess you'll be seeing some multiplayer content here soon. So, those are my YouTube goals for 2026, and a probably very long rant.